A Mobile nurse jumps into action to help a girl who was attacked by a shark. We told you about the attack that happened in Walton County near Rosemary Beach last month.
The nurse says the fact she was in the right place at the right time was divine intervention. Devin Walsh spoke to her at USA Health Children's and Women's Hospital.
Oh my goodness. She's so cute.
As a busy nurse,
Look at your little nose.
and a lot of time spent on the maternity ward at the hospital,
She just finished all of her tests.
Delaney Richardson looked forward to a girls' weekend in June.
We had an agenda typed out for what our bachelorette trip was going to look like.
A bachelorette party planned on Highway 30A at Seacrest Beach. Nothing but clear water, relaxing waves, and a celebration for her future sister-in-law. But her serene weekend abruptly changed. Her group was in the water. She was ready to swim back to shore, and she looked up and couldn't believe what she saw.
And I turned around, and that's whenever I saw just the swimming pool sized amount of blood that was in the middle of the water.
She ran toward a young girl who had been bitten by a shark and was badly injured in the water.
I basically just zoned out. I dissociated and I just started sleepwalking towards this scenario.
That young girl was Lulu Gribben, a 15-year-old who was at the beach with her family. Several men, including 2 doctors, saw the attack and dragged the young girl to shore.
I just remember, like, what can I do on this beach right now to prepare for whenever they bring her in?
Richardson saw Gribben's hand was missing, so she grabbed a drawstring from a man's bathing suit to use as a tourniquet for her arm.
Because I'm a nurse, I knew that the amount of blood in the water did not match just her hand. And so I remember praying, like, please let it be something that she can live with, something that, you know, she can survive, that she can make it through this. And so meanwhile, I'm trying to find tourniquet, I'm trying to find anything that I possibly can.
She realized the young girl also had a horrendous injury to her leg, so others focused on that. Meanwhile, she tied the drawstring around Lulu's arm to stop the bleeding.
I was taught at my college that I went to where I got my education, if it's not tied, it's not working. They're gonna beg you to take it off, and you have to leave it on to save their life. It's better to have a missing limb than to lose your life. And so that was just echoing in my head as I was inflicting more pain on this sweet little child that had just tore apart.
The others placed a cooler strap tourniquet on Lulu's leg, and they all prayed as they waited for the paramedics.
I remember asking her, I'm like, what's your name? I wanted to see if, you know, if she was with it enough that she would remember her name. And she said, with all her might, she's in a whisper, she said, Lulu. I truly thought that she was going to die on the beach that day.
Lulu lived and was eventually life-flighted to the hospital, where they had to amputate her leg. Her family has posted updates on a Lulu Strong page on Instagram, where thousands of people, including Richardson, have followed her progress. Delaney had only been a nurse for 9 months when this attack happened. She works here at USA Health Children's and Women's Hospital on the 5th floor, caring for moms and babies. In fact, in nursing school, she only spent 1 day in the emergency room learning about trauma. Earlier this month, Richardson had the opportunity to visit Lulu in the hospital, and the flood of emotions hit her.
I just remember being like, can I please hug you before we leave? And I'd hugged her, and that's whenever I lost it. That's whenever I started crying. Just feeling like the warmth of her body, and being able to feel her, you know, up against me and being able to hug her, and her wrapping her arm around me, and just feeling that she's healthy and she's alive and she's made it.
Richardson feels forever connected to Lulu and her family. And while the trauma of that day has hit her hard, she also feels relief to know she played a part in saving the teenager's life.
The fruits of my labor, you know, as a nurse behind the scenes, just, you know, working my night shifts while everybody else is sleeping, it's just been so great to be able to know that I've helped her live and that I can help her live her life. Though it's different, it's going to be different, but she's different and she's amazing.
This young nurse does not want to be called a hero, but no doubt she was a hero for Lulu Gribben. With photojournalist Arnell Hamilton, I'm Devin Walsh, WKRG News 5.